Very exciting. Just for people who are here for the first time, just let you know that these sessions I record it, so you know that you can see these little people at the top there, and got the big screen at the bottom, and it only, when I do the recording, it only records me. It doesn't record anyone at the top. So if you want to be a beautiful face for me to see, awesome, because I asked for some people with some comments some of the ways through the class tonight. That's cool. You don't have to worry about being on any sort of screen where anyone you won't know will see you. They'll only see me. So that's that. You don't need anything particular tonight. You just need you and a willingness to just kind of go with the flow, go where the guided stuff goes, and trust the images that you have pop in your mind. It's not you making them up. Oh, sorry, got someone else coming in. Come on, Ems. Come on in. Yeah, if any, just trust the images that come up or the words that come up, just trust that's a deeper part of yourself, the subconscious, very powerful part of yourself, bringing you forth the information. It's not you making it up. You're not just, it's not just frou-frou stuff out of nowhere. It's actual, some of the deeper wisdom that's encased within the way your body works. So whenever it comes along, just trust it. It's all real cool, actually. It's not too difficult at all. Kids can come along and go through some of these processes. So the idea is that we're going to go through some really simple, very streamlined, pretty easy and fun processes to lift off whatever stuff tends to be holding you, putting its spanner in the works, basically. In this time, very unprecedented, of course, everyone keeps saying it, and I might as well say it too. We've never been here before, and a lot of people can really get freaked out by that. And I call it, what I call it is when you go into a situation where you've never been before, some people feel that squeeze where you go, oh God, I don't know what's coming, I don't know what's next, holy shit, and I call it the squeeze, where things are changing and it's like your comfort zone actually is expanding, or a new part of you is developing, or something is shifting so that you can have some changes going on. And the part of you that goes, oh no, I was kind of okay, even though I wasn't that happy or that satisfied before, I could trust that, and then kind of break down the walls, and you go, oh! When the walls sort of tend to fall away a bit into whatever this new thing is, you tend to get the squeeze happening. So I love the fact that I'm very grateful that I've got some stuff to pass on to you, which will help you navigate that with a lot more ease, a lot more trust, and just things feel better. If you could choose a way to navigate stuff, do you want the hard way or the easier way? I know what I'd choose. So a lot of people out there don't know that there's an easier way, and this is why I'm sort of absolutely wholeheartedly say to every one of you guys, no matter where you are on the globe tonight or this morning, share. If you want to share, people come and join us every Thursday, or pass on information to me so I can put some of these videos out to these people that you think would like it. Definitely share it, because this is for sharing, right? Stuff's not to be under lock and key. The more people that can navigate difficulty with ease, grace, just a lot more calm and clarity, the better, I reckon. Anyway, enough rambling for me tonight. So tonight we're going to go through a similar sort of session that we did last week, because a lot of people said to me that was amazing. Just feel like wanted some more time, and that's great because want to be able to have everyone move the stuff that they want to move. So for people who haven't had experience of this before, this sort of class is a meditation, but not. It's kind of a healing session, but not. It's kind of mindfulness, but not. It's kind of a mishmash of all of that. So it's kind of like that sort of a session for non-meditators, for people who want to get some stuff moved and stressed, transformed, but don't want to get into the whole woo-woo side of stuff, which is totally fine with me. As we're moving into, as we're into this level 3 now and looking down the 2 to 3 week barrel of level 2, a lot of stuff can have been sort of left behind because of this whole level 4 feeling was really new to, I believe, all of us, right? We've never had to distance ourselves from our relatives, our friends, our whānau, even our community, our local street, you know. We've never had to keep that separation for long. And I'm a big believer that humans are meant to touch. We are meant to connect. We are meant to have that nourishment, the nurturement. And so really, like, a lot of stress can be bottled up when we don't have the offload opportunity. So what I'd love to share with you and take you through right now is for everyone to take your hands and place them gently across your chest, and just place them gently there. And take a deep breath in and a bit of a wiggle. Get yourself settled into a comfortable place. And just notice how your hands feel against your body. And just notice, it's not doing anything, we're not moving anything, we're just paying attention to how your hands feel against your body or your clothes or your skin. You know, can you feel your heartbeats? Does it feel cool? Can you feel any kind of a tingling? That's okay. Just notice. And as you take a deep breath in now and let it out when you're ready, just gently close your eyes and just tap into the area of your life where you feel the most stress right now. You know, could it be feelings about your future career, or maybe the health of a loved one? Or maybe it's you feeling a bit not yourself lately. Or maybe how you're going to manage paying the mortgage. Whatever feels right for you, whatever area of your life that you feel drawn to, feeling kind of the most intensely about, most stressed about, just go there gently, okay? Just feeling it, and it might be uncomfortable. That's okay. We're only here for a little while. Great. And now just notice where in your body you feel it. And it could be a few places, and that's okay. Okay. And if you're able to, just come and pop in the wee chat area where you feel it, where you felt it in your body. Cool. Some people feeling in their chest. Cool. Yep. Yeah, and some of the base of your head, I get that. Yeah, for sure. Yep, absolutely. Down the right side of the neck and shoulders, absolutely. Shoulders about responsibility. We shoulder the responsibility, like weight of the world on your shoulders. Quite commonly, New Zealand, or not New Zealand, but English sayings are actually kind of energetically really accurate. You know, having butterflies in your stomach and things like that. So the right side of your body pertains to your next steps forward and feeling stuff about that, or resistance to it, or worry about it. Left-hand side is more into the area of what you're feeling about yourself and what you're keeping inside yourself and how, like, introspectively. Right side's about extroverted stuff. And I kind of like, it's like you have the like a joystick, and this is how you're going to put your thoughts and wishes into action. So if you have some stuff that you're like, oh, I'm freaking out about this action that I need to take, or what I need to do to help myself out, that'll turn up on the right side. So that's okay. Fantastic. So the next stage is, how would you love to be feeling instead, right? So you're feeling a bit yucky feeling about some part of your life, finances, health of a loved one or yourself, the job situation, but where's your next clients coming from? Maybe it's about, just missing somebody, all sorts of things about mortgage and paying rent, or the actual just money coming in. Feeling that sort of feeling, what would you love to be feeling instead? If you could, like, write your own story, what would you love to be feeling instead? Inspired, freedom or confident, optimistic? What do you want to be feeling instead? Because we're going to set an intention. Beautiful. And if you want to, share it in our little chat box there. If you're able to, fantastic, because I love chatting in the chat box, if you haven't noticed. Cool. Righty-ho. So now you have a bit of an idea, like, you have an idea, even just an idea of what you want. I would rather feel like this than this. Placing your hands back on your chest. We're going to call up the subconscious to give us an answer. Right? Okay, so we're going to close our eyes and take our hands back to our chest and feel our hand against our body again. Against our heart space or our chest. Now we're going to get you to call up either a number 1 or a number 2, and your subconscious will choose the right number for you. Yeah, and it might come from nowhere in particular, right? Just might go boom somewhere. It's okay. That's your subconscious working for you. And sometimes it's a little bit more subtle than your normal head, like the conscious brain. So either 1 or 2. Okay. So, right. Let me know who got the 1s and let me know who got the 2. You got a number 1? Cool. Fantastic. Fantastic. Some of them got 2s. Beautiful. Brilliant. Right. All the 1s. Need you to cross your ankles. Awesome. Number 2, I've got some 2s over there too. Great. Number 1's going to cross your right ankle over your left ankle, like that. Just like you do when you're like just chilling out at home, right? Right. And I want you to cross your right ankle over left, cross your wrists left over right. Yeah. So how you do this is cross it palms down, and you turn your palms until they meet each other, and then you hold each other's hand and bending your elbows softly. You either have them resting in your lap or you tuck them all the way under, like having it resting against your chest. As comfortable as it feels could be. Fantastic. Right. Now, in number 2's, just place your ankles, cross them over in whatever configuration you just feel like doing it, right? And the same thing with your wrists. Okay, whatever way feels right, just take your wrists over and you cross them over. Ankles just cross over. Take your hands, cross over, palms down. Keep turning until the hands connect together like that. You can either have them resting just gently in your lap or tuck them under and have them gently with elbows bent against your chest. Now, in a minute, we're going to take a deep breath in and relax the breath out again, and focus on the thing that you were most stressed about. You know, I asked you before. Right, we're going to call that back up again. That feeling of stress in whatever part of your life. Okay, you just gently hold it in your mind while your body is in this position, crossed ankles and crossed hands connected. Okay, so closing eyes now, and just call up that thing that was bringing you the most stress in your time right now. And then you just feel it, just let it sit there, and it may feel like it changes. And sometimes it might increase in intensity before it dissipates away. And that's okay. But after a while, it'll feel like it changed. It might soften, or it might just disappear, or it just may feel like it lessens off. Again, when it feels comfortable to you and it's lessened off, and when you feel it's complete, you uncross your hands and feet and ankles and just place your fingertips together like so. Just relax them in your lap. Just place your fingertips together, looking slightly down to the ground. Just let your eyes fall down a little bit. Now that little process was a thing called psyche, and it's a direct means of actually transforming stress by kind of rewiring the brain. And this process here, this fingertips here, is kind of it's a best description of it is a locking in or a completion process. We take the ends of our meridian lines and we place them together, so we create like a whole circuit. Do you remember, remember in science back in high school, the light on, light off, light on, light off? Well, we complete the circuit so the light goes on. So this is our way of biologically completing the circuit and a way of locking in this new response to that stimulus, which was what was a stressful thought or idea. Now kind of bring up that idea again, right? The thing that you thought of was really stressful, and just ask yourself, does it feel the same or does it feel different now? Does it feel the same intensity, or do you feel the same way about it? All right. And if you want to share with me in the chat box, love it if you want to. If not, that's awesome too. Whatever you feel you want to do. Cool. Okay, cool. So for the lovely person, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, right? So people who says, I haven't felt this much, some people don't feel as much change in one small moment. Go back again, cross the ankles, cross your wrists over, do that same position again, go into the stressful thought or the stressful kind of image, and just keep that position and keep yourself in that crossed position until you feel some sort of a shift. Some stuff is a bigger charge than other stuff. So it's all okay, honeys. It's not all going to be shifted all the same way, because everybody's different and everyone's got different ways of relating to it. So if things haven't felt a huge change, then that's okay. It's just a little bit more to do. That's all cool. And other people say, yes, awesome, way calmer. Cool, that's cool. Don't feel, that's great. Do you know what? Feeling not the same at all and feeling completely different is actually a wonderful thing. So that means, do you know what that means? Is when you bring up something that feels stressful, you get a response to it. Like it's like a stimulus, belief, response / outcome. Stimulus, yeah, cool. Stimulus, belief, outcome. Yeah, the same stimulus, we create a different belief about that stimulus. You get a different outcome. Does that make sense? So what we just did in those 5 minutes is we created a different belief process. So you get the same sort of stimulus, we get a different response to it, and then we get a different outcome from it. So some people will feel like, well, I don't feel stressful at all about that, or I feel like 60% reduced or 20% reduced from that. And so that's why this stuff's brilliant. Can't necessarily change the stimulus, but you can change your response to it, and then you get a different outcome. So the idea being, the more kind of stuff you do of this sort of stuff, this and similar stuff, to change your response to the stimulus, you'll have the same. There'll come a time where the same stimulus will come along, and you're like, meh. Everyone's going, ah, and you're like, meh. And you're like, this is easy, and your response will not be what other people's responses are, because you've pretty much dissolved any stress response to that stimulus. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Don't want to go into details about it too much because it's not a science program here. Fantastic. So when we get that different responding to a stimulus, you get to same stimulus, different response, different outcome, which means don't get stressed out about, feel awesome about that stimulus. How cool would that be? Okay, cool. Righty-ho. I've just realised that I'm a big talker, and I always say I'm only going to do half an hour, and I end up being much longer than that. I hope you'll forgive me for that. Right, so on to the really cool part, the other cool part. I'm going to bring you back to hands on heart again. It's a great little easy peasy centering exercise. If you feel overwhelmed or like quite stressed out about stuff, this is a really cool thing to do in your car while it's still, not running. Just take your hands and just be aware of how your hands feel against your body. Okay, and now closing your eyes and feeling that feeling of how your hands feel against your body. And now take your awareness to beneath your hands. Beneath your hands, a little bit deeper. Into where your body feels is its center. Now imagining now that you can be taken to a beautiful place in a gorgeous, quiet wood. And you are surrounded by the chirping birds, the buzzing of bees, lots of friendly nature animals. And you see yourself coming through the trees to a place which is beside a river. Now this river is your friend. It's a very friendly river. And this river takes all the gunk and all the junk and all the stuff that's just not meant to be there, and it washes it away. And it carries it away, way down the river banks and all the way to the sea, many miles away. And you look at the mirror, you look at the river, and now you're asking your body, where are there places, where are there things which need to be released to the river. And one at a time, feel the most intense place, because we're only going to do one at a time. Feel where the most intense place in your body is right now. Just feel it. Now imagine that this feeling is like an orb, like a round orb. And you are completely safe in this place. So you can easily and safely, fully supported, imagine with your imaginary hands, you can go into this orb and around this orb and scoop up this orb, and carry it out of your body and throw it into the river. You can do this, and you have full permission to let this go in the river right now. So see yourself scooping it up, scooping it out, lifting it out, and placing it into the river, and letting it wash away all the way down, all the way to the sea. Now, if you feel that that part's gone and there's luscious space there, you ask your body, what is the perfect color to go into that place instead? And just fill up that space where that orb was with this color. Beautiful color. The most perfect hue. Once that's all full, ask your body again, body, where is the next place? What is the next place for me to let go and give to the river? What can I gift to the river next? And imagine that as a beautiful orb, heavy or dense or prickly, doesn't matter. Scooping it out now. And you have full, complete, unabated permission to let this go into the river, freeing yourself up from these burdens. You see yourself scooping it up, lifting it out, passing it into the river, and watching it go goodbye, down and around the bend, down the river, out of sight. And you're asking now, when you feel you need space that's there left behind, what is the best, the most perfect colour to come in here and pour that colour in? Fill it up like a beautiful crystal jug. Now, one last time, we're going to ask the body, where else? What is the next part? What needs to be released into the river? Show me the next place. Feel what it feels like. It may feel like mud. It may feel like prickliness. It might feel like twistiness. It might feel like an elephant sitting on it. It might feel like rope tying it tight. It's all okay. Imagining it now as an orb of density or an orb of whatever that feeling is. And wrapping your hands around, scooping it out, like scooping a dollop of mud, and allowing yourself full permission to lift, lift, lift it out and gift it over to this river. Your friend. It's here specifically to take away all the stuff that no longer serves you. You might feel it be there too. Just pull it out like it's a rope. If the feeling is not so heavy and easy to hold on to, pull it up like you're pulling up an anchor. Hand over hand. And then swinging it into the river, bundling it into a bundle and swinging it out into the river. And watch it. Wave it goodbye as it floats down the river, dissolves away, down the river and around the corner, not to be seen again. And when you feel that's all gone and you feel like there's some space left behind, you might want to shine some light. Imagine there's an imaginary torch. Shine all around that area. Give it a good sprinkling of torchlight. Make sure there's nothing left behind. Go and have a look at all the crevices. Yeah. And when you feel it's all beautifully spacious, ask that part of your body, what is the best, the most beautiful color that needs to come here? And fill it up, flow it in, pour it in. Like you are a most beautiful crystalline jug and you're filling yourself up with this gorgeous color. Once you feel that you are fully and completely 100% full, come back to me, to the room, to everybody else. How was that, everyone? Awesome. Love it. Great. Some people say, great, thank you. Relaxing, centering, lovely, feeling lighter, beautiful. Feeling very different from before, completely different. Wonderful. That's, well, beautiful. Peaceful, beautiful. Great. Do you feel different from when we started? Oh, really? Someone's in a place where it's a bit, I think it's a bit, okay, that's cool. Need a bit more quiet space. Totally fine. Which is why these recordings are brilliant, right? You can let me know. Probably I'll put them up for purchase in a couple of weeks. For the meantime, I'll give you access to them free for a few weeks up until that time. So if you want to go over it again, but if you want to have them forever and a day and go over them again and again, that'll be definitely something in the next coming weeks. But I'm glad. So do you think we've transformed a bit of stress tonight? I hope so. You're sounding all a little bit positively altered. Great. Yeah. Welcome. And a lot of people are saying thank you and thank you and thank you. Well, it's my pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure. And I will continue to do these as long as I possibly can do, right? Time willing. So thank you for coming. You make this part of this too, right? The involvement of everybody, the sharing of the knowledge of everybody makes this possible, right? I can't do it if no one's watching. No. It's like I'm grateful, very grateful. And I'm great. And the cool thing is, and this is a scientific law, is when someone has a change, you ripple out that change in your environment. So you're like this little stone in the pond, and it ripples out, and it affects not just your immediate, but your secondary and sometimes third level of atmosphere, the people you work with, your friends, people who aren't even in the room, right? And then your world can start changing again. So that's law of attraction, science. So I'm grateful, wherever you're at, your state of mind and state of being is, you actually impact positively or negatively the people in your atmosphere and your environment. So when you're feeling great, everybody around you will have the benefits from that too. So take that with you, and I really want you to feel good about that, because it's not just you that's feeling replete or feeling more relaxed or feeling more calm or got a bit more clarity or whatever, feeling peaceful. Actually, you are vibing that out to the people around you. And maybe just have a little notice, if you're feeling over the next few days a bit more chilled out about life in general, just kind of watch, are your kids behaving a bit more chilled out too, or your partner's a bit more cruisy or lovey or whatever, and just notice it. If there's nothing else that's changed and just you have changed, that could be very well a result of you being in a different state of mind and a state of being. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. See you next week if you're keen. Give me any, you're welcome. And if you want to know anything or got questions about anything, please email me. If you get any positive results from this, please email me. Love hearing from you. Okay, so have a beautiful evening, and I shall see you next week if you'll join me. Beautiful. Take care.